what to see, what to stream, and what to skip. It's Movie Reviews with Ryan J.
And we are back with the nationally syndicated film critic Ryan J., who is here to help you spend your movie budget money wisely. I like that.
That's
Great
a
to
mouthful.
see you. We mentioned earlier in the show that you're a vegetarian. Have you ever had an experience, especially with dating, where people are, you got a bad rap for it?
I have. I've been a vegetarian since I'm 7, so it's a very natural part of my life. Yeah, so for about 3 years now. Thank you. But I was on a first date once with a guy who, upon learning halfway through dinner that I was a vegetarian, got up and left, walking away saying that he could not imagine dating someone that he couldn't share his food with.
No way.
That was such an important part of his dining experience. So he was like, I can't even sign up for this right now. And
so
I was like,
had you ordered at that point, or you were just kind of cruising the menu?
I had ordered, and so I was like, you know what, I dodged that bullet, so it's his loss, let's be honest, right?
Rude.
Yeah, I think that's rude, yeah.
I think it's totally rude. Okay, thanks for sharing that, that experience with us. So this first movie is rated R, and it's called Suburbicon. Okay, I haven't even heard of this one.
Directed by George Clooney, written by the Coen brothers.
Okay. I have seen some previews.
It's a masterpiece.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an incredible movie. It's a crime, drama, thriller, mystery. It has a little bit of everything. It's very Fargo meets Pleasantville. I liked it a lot.
Cast, it's got like some star power in it too.
Major star power. Matt Damon, Julianne Moore plays twin sisters. She's really good. One is blonde in a wheelchair, the other is redhead, and it's really great. I still love seeing those scenes where you see like the same actress playing two characters, and it's just like how they do that.
Fascinating.
Thank you. I also liked Oscar Isaac in it, is fantastic and really good. And yeah.
And do you see like Oscars, like as an Oscar winning? Maybe
I could see. I mean, I could see Clooney. I'd love to see Clooney. I think it's his best work to date as a director. I think that's really good. But I just love how it's very thrilling and suspenseful, edge of your seat. I felt there were some shock moments, you know, typical Coen brothers, some violence, and then there's the comedy that you almost feel it would be inappropriate for you to laugh at.
Yeah,
but you can't help it, so you're feeling a little uncomfortable. It's about this suburban community that is in the 50s, and everything seems really idyllic, and then the first African-American family moves in, and everybody freaks out. So there is a shade of white supremacy and racism, and that's not even what the movie is about. So it's a pretty powerful film. See it. I love this movie. It's definitely one to see.
Yeah, and Matt Damon, I don't know, he plays that, I've seen it before, that kind of nerdy professor looking,
he does that. He does that well.
This movie, Goodbye Christopher Robin, seems like it would be so sweet, like adorable.
Well, it's a biopic of author A.A. Milne, who famously wrote the classic Winnie the Pooh series, and I loved the part of the film that really shows him connecting with his son and how organically he was inspired by his son and his son's plushy friends in the wooded area near their country home, and how this story came to be. That part was really beautiful.
Okay, so it sounds like it's a great movie. Like, what's it rated?
It's rated PG, but I would not recommend it for kids because it's very sad. You know, after seeing this movie, I can never look at Winnie the Pooh the same way. It permanently alters your perspective of those iconic characters because it's a very sad film. These parents were horrible. This movie is a great lesson in how not to parent your child.
Wow.
They basically, after writing the stories, exploit him, they neglect him, and the minute that the child, at a very young age, begins to show some emotion, they cart him off to a military academy, wash their hands of him, and he's bullied, and he has a horribly sad life. So it's a very, very difficult thing to watch.
What about the coloring in the movie?
It's beautiful. It's just showered with these beautiful golden hues, and the period film is very lush and nice to look at, and the performances are very strong too. I like Margot Robbie. I love Donald Gleason there. He's fantastic, but it's one to see. I mean, I think, just at the risk, knowing that you're going to change your perspective on Winnie the Pooh forever, but it's a good movie.
Do it. But
yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's a very sad movie, very sad.
Okay, I think it's a good warning before you choose to see it. What about Thank You for Your Service rated R?
I hated this movie.
I love it when you just come out of the box with that.
And it's kind of everything that makes me feel challenged about watching a war movie because it's sad and it's disturbing and it's upset and it's so real. And this is inspired by true events. And it's about 3 guys who are returning from the war in Iraq that come home and are facing PTSD, and how difficult those challenges are really hurt me. And so it's not enjoyable for me to watch that.
Is there a dog in the movie?
Oh, there's a dog that is there's a dog fight scene, very mistreated. They show it way too much for way too long. Another reason not to see the film, right? It's like, I just was covering my eyes during that. But this is, because they're dealing with PTSD after the Iraq War, what I really took away from this film is the injustice that these men who go and sacrifice the prime of their lives to protect our freedoms, then come home and sometimes they're at hundreds of thousands, maybe 200,000 vets in our country right now who are on waiting lists for 9 months to a year to get help that they need, to get the health benefits they need, or to see psychiatrists. And in the meantime, they're committing suicide. They are a danger to their infant children and their families, to their communities. They're unemployable. And our government has washed their hands of them. So I'd say skip this movie. Don't waste your time on this movie. Go instead and write to the legislators and demand that the vets who have sacrificed themselves to protect our freedoms, that they get the treatment and the benefits and the health care that they need right now.
Wow. Yeah, it's powerful. It's a great message, Ryan. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You want to talk about your movie club for this
I
week?
do. Very excited for Monday night. It's going to be Thor Ragnarok, the new Marvel film. Looks really cool. Monday, October 30th at 7 p.m. You can enter at my website, ryanjreviews.com, if you want reserved seats to that one.
That's awesome. You can see it before everybody else, which is super fun. And you can like Ryan on Facebook, follow him on Instagram or Twitter, and for his full movie reviews, be sure to go to his website. That's where you find out about the movie club, too. It is ryanjreviews.com. Always great to see you, Ryan.
You too. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, Ryan.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fun having you here, Karen.